Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Coding. In this episode, we're gonna try to create a setup of chain using Grease Pencil. I always wanted to create this setup and turn it into something that you can reuse. So yeah, let's just get started. You can approach this in many different ways, but I like it using Grease Pencil because later on when you start to use things like armature bones and IK spline, you can also control the chain using Grease Pencil. So of course you can use array modifier and curve modifier as well. That's another alternative. But I'll build the whole chain thing using Grease Pencil. So let's do it from scratch. So object ID selector, grab our Grease Pencil. For now, we're just doing it like that, and then use range float from start stop count of 10, and we use vector interpolation. We're gonna switch to cubic because we're gonna use the tangent thing. Okay, object vertices goes in there. This is range float goes in here, and I'm gonna save this real quick. This is SV chain, and this time it's gonna be really just making a chain. It's gonna work for a single Grease Pencil stroke, not multiple yet. For multiple, you might need to turn the whole thing into a monad group. So for now, just keep it simple. Viewer, draw. Okay, so we have the points, and we're gonna use the tangent. Tangent goes into the angle, and if you use the matrix viewer, you should see the result. So yeah, it's starting to happen. The rotations maybe need to be 0, 1, 1. So 0, 1, 1 give you that. Okay, now let's continue on. I'll make a quick example using BMesh viewer. So this is gonna be kind of like a template. If you use something like a plane, and then just put the plane in there, this should generate basically for every single matrix there, it's gonna generate a plane. I'll center it and maybe increase the size so you can see clearly. Matrix view, we don't need that anymore for now. Okay, hide it. You can increase the number of sampling counts. So that's for the chain. So we have these objects currently. Because of fewer BMesh, the whole thing become like a multiple instance objects. We want to just merge it. So it's merged into a single object. I'll make it 20 for simplicity. Okay, plane. The plane is fine, right? Well, you might wonder why I'm using plane, because with plane you can easily just do the dupli phase in Blender, and dupli phase is really good because it's really fast, and also it's very efficient. You can have million dupli and it's really still be very fast. So I have this monkey head, for example, and I will reset the rotations, everything, parent it into this plane that's being generated using SphereChalk. Control P, parent, and with this object already parented, you can turn on dupli phase here, and you get this Suzanne head. And this thing, yeah, the master will always show up like that, but when you render it out, it's gonna disappear. So that's the thing about dupli. Let me quickly. So we use dupli because to show you this very quickly. If we use instead of the monkey head, I'm just gonna delete the monkey head. I'm gonna use the ring, for example, and I'm gonna have another viewer BMesh. Okay, this is the ring. Plug into this guy. the ring looks like this, you know, just a flat ring. And I can do the same thing. Select this and select this guy, Control P, and we have the dupli being generated. Okay. Yeah, and then we can always go back and change the setting. Let's say for this we make it less, for example, just make it 8. And the next thing we can do, we can also still change the count. Okay, and we can also rotate the ring. I will do that real quick. So I'm gonna rotate the plane actually, and I'm gonna do that using the matrix over here. Matrix deform, and I will use the rotation. I think the rotation is in the x-axis. So 1, 0, 0. Plug into this guy, and we'll rotate it. So that controls the rotations for our chain. And of course the rotation needs to be 0 and 90 for every other ring. So I need to do that real quick. This is the parent. The parent should not be renderable, so I will hide it. Okay, let me think. Well, for now, I'm actually gonna get rid of the dupli. Actually, put it to the side and turn off update. Yeah, I think this is better. I basically want to rotate this plane every. So for the even number, for example, have 90-degree rotations, and the odd number index have 0-degree rotations. I'm gonna use switch, multi. This is true, this is false, this goes into the angle. The state should go between 0 and 1. Use range integer and modulo. Put this in. This goes into the state, and the state, because the state now goes between 0 and 1. See, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and so on. We just need to make sure the total number to match our number of points. So this is Grease Pencil, and then factor interpolations, blah blah blah. This one 40. This integer. So this is like 40. This goes into that guy, and that's actually, we are almost done. Actually, look at the chain now. It's the ring is actually already happening. And the nice thing about this is that, of course, if you change the Grease Pencil stroke, you know, just like make it into any shape, that thing will update accordingly. So let's say see, and to make it even better, if you want to make sure the length is always match the actual length of the stroke, let's say you have like a very long stroke like that, and you can see it's a little bit like it falls apart unless you use the one more thing here, script node, and use the length. Where is it? Path length.